Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Let's do a little breakdown. Some pairs that I'm looking at. We're still in Euro NZD from last week. If we do get a breakout of this 4-hour structure from this bearish structure to bullish structure, I may potentially take another position on this. If we get something like that, a retest EMA, basically same thing, just a little up, and then stops would get below this structure point, which would mean I would bring these stops up. So that's kind of what I'm looking for, Euro NZD. I still like the weekly time frame. We have this beautiful doji rejection from EMA around psychological level structure, area of interest. I don't know if I would count it actually previous structure, just because this structure point's so high above it. Daily retest previous structure, however, if you're considering this structure, which I am based on this accumulation right here, like we've used this right here as support or resistance. After we broke below this, we use this as resistance, and then after we broke below this, we use this as resistance, this structure as resistance to then continue to the downside. Do believe same thing could happen here using this structure as support, however, in this case, to go to the upside. Again, we won't know really till we see the markets, so I'll just be paying attention to this 4-hour really. Maybe a little bit more on the 2-hour, 1-hour, but the 2-hour and 4-hour look the cleanest for me on this one. But that's what I will be looking for next week. You can see we almost perfectly played out exactly how we wanted. Like, we could literally drag this over here, drag this over here. And I mean, we went a little lower here, almost exactly here, and then didn't quite pull back enough to the area of interest. But this is what we're looking for. Like, the market's not always going to be pretty, but I'm confident in this trade. The next trade we've got is AUD NZD. Weekly time frame is bullish. You can see this is our higher high. This is our higher low. We haven't closed below or above. We have this area of interest right here on the weekly time frame. The weekly time frame, 1, 2. You could even pull it over, maybe 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 taps at least on this area of interest. So I do think it's a very valid area of interest. We've got EMA pulling up right here. Oh, I don't think I marked my round psychological level. 1.1 thousand. Right here at the bottom of the area of interest. Let's mark that real quick. Okay, so we have a rejection from this EMA on psychological level. 4-hour is bullish. We are pulling back. Honestly, if I get a huge engulfing here, market open above EMA, lower time frame, break a structure. Let's see. Yeah, because we are bearish right now. We pull down, break structure, get an engulfing. I'll be happy with this trade. I like this accumulation. I like that we pulled up to this round psychological level and launched right off with a big bullish candle. That shows buyers are approaching at this level and the sellers are kind of slowing down. So I definitely like this. I like the daily rejections as well, which is basically the same thing that we're seeing on the 4-hour. It's literally these two things are our rejections. Here's our doji, and then there's the wick. There's the wick, there's the doji. But yeah, engulfing candlestick is definitely what I'm looking for. Potentially maybe Monday, maybe even tonight. We'll see. Another position I'm looking at is Euro AUD. Weekly time frame is bullish. You can see even all the way over here, we're still bullish. But if we're using this structure, because this is the most recent, we're using higher high, higher low. Here's our weekly area of interest. We could make it a little smaller, but not too much. I like it right there. And then we have we've got this daily area of interest as well right here. You can see it's a very active level. I don't see this one's a little confusing. I love this doji. I love this potential inverted head and shoulder. Wouldn't say confusing. I just don't like the structure as much. Like, we're going to need a quick pullback if we're not already there. It looks like 4 hour has gone bearish. So low key, I want to see. Oh no, actually 4 hour hasn't gone bullish at all because we haven't closed above this point. I definitely want to see this internal structure go from bearish to bullish though, and then on that retest we'll take the trade to go long. But since this internal 4 hour is bearish, we don't necessarily need it. I just don't like that we're above underneath the EMA on all of these. One that I'm interested, but I definitely do see the upside potential for sure. 80 CAD is one that I'm contemplating. I'm not sure if I want to consider this a full rejection just because this is a huge kind of bearish candle. We do have a huge wick rejecting off lower time frame, or we do have a long wick rejecting off the EMA. However, I don't know if it's enough to push us up. We do have this morning star on the daily, and 4 hour has gone bullish. So I definitely want to see daily go bullish. Potentially maybe even next week for this trade. I think it might pull up here. It could dip again, or it could just go straight up and then we miss the trade. But it's not as clean as like AUD NZD or Euro NZD, in my opinion. GBP AUD would be the next one. GBP AUD would be the next one I'm looking at. I'm seeing this inverted head and shoulders. Left head, potential right shoulder. Weekly time frame is bullish. You can see. Let me zoom in. You can see this is our higher high. And this is our higher low. We body closed above this. This was our previous higher high and higher low. Body closed above this, so this was our new higher high, new higher low. Body closed below this, we were now bearish, potentially looking at sells, but then we body closed above this, so now we're looking at buys again. Okay, so where was I? Yeah, GBP AUD. Weekly time frame is bullish. Daily time frame is bullish. We haven't body closed below this. I like that inverted head and shoulders. I like we're retesting the EMA. Retesting area of interest. 4 hour time frame is bearish. So what I would like to see is price give me a break of structure to then take the trade to the upside. On this break of structures, where I'll look for my lower time frame. Shift after the 4 hour breaks. On that pullback, I'll wait for my shift and my engulfing candlestick. Euro JPY and AUD JPY, my man, these trades last week were interesting. I think I took AUD JPY on a personal account and lost. Where did it? I think I took that trade right here, maybe. off this 4-hour engulfing above the EMA. I think it was an impulse. It was just not the best trade. However, now that price action looks like this, I honestly realistically still think this could go up. But since we have broken below this, if we get a pullback, a retest, an engulfing, bearish engulfing, I will take the sell because that's what the market's showing me. The weekly might be bullish considering this broke above this. However, this week we could go bearish. Daily time frame is bearish. So 4-hour time frame is bearish. 2-hour time frame is bearish. Yeah, and that's a lot of bearish momentum. 1, 2, 3 red, 3 black crows or whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna be looking for sells, I think, on this market. Same with AUDJPY. I mean, we just got all these dojis up here. It's kind of showing us prices got to come down. Even if it's only coming down to 98.5, I do think prices gotta have a retracement here now. Like, we've just been choppy right here. We really have. So yeah, I'll be waiting for a retest into this area of interest to take the trade short, at least to 98.5. NZD/USD never really gave us our pullback, so we're still kind of just setting and waiting and forgetting this one. We might make a triple bottom. We'll see. Don't really like the price action. It's just slow. Not slow, but just not necessarily doing what I want. We wanted to potentially see a break and a bullish push right here. It never happened. We had our doji. We never got our break of structure. Price just kept going bearish. We could have taken a sell here, but price was bullish. So we were looking for a bullish engulfing, not a bearish engulfing. And so we just never took this trade. And ZD CAD looks like we may be starting to have that little pullback. Yeah, see, like, this is what happens when you don't wait for the engulfing right here. And you get impulsive. I do like that we came down exactly to 82,000 unrejected off of it. I don't like that the weekly structure is bearish. Oh, well, I mean, if you look over here, we're bullish. But the internal structure is bearish on the weekly. Daily internal structure is bearish. Bearish. 4 hours, the only one that could potentially be bullish. I'll still consider that as bearish, though. Yeah, I'm not interested. AUD/USD. Again, I mean, we got our huge wick pullback. We could have gotten in on that, but it was just not clean enough for me. Could be in on this, but it's just not clean market structure. I think we had, yeah, maybe a 1-hour engulfing we could have used. Here's our 1-hour break. Shift. Yeah, it's just not as pretty. Yeah. All right, and then we got GBP/USD, which again gave us like a little wick pullback. Wasn't clean enough for me to take. I just didn't take it. Probably could have taken it right here off this engulfing. Would have had a decent 1 to 2. Didn't take it. USD CAD didn't quite pull back to my area of interest. I think I was more focused on Euro NZD, also with the GBP/USD and the USD CAD. I still think we're gonna have a retracement. Don't know when, but I'm watching price. If this 4-hour breaks below this, starts going bearish, I may potentially consider entering a counter trend on my personal account. And other than that, let's take a quick look at all these markets. I do think GBP NZD Still has the bullish potential. It's just I'm not liking these huge candles and no rejections from the area of interest. This one may be a potential good one to sell. I mean, we got all this room right here. I might add this to my JPYs. Because if price pulls up to here, we'll be retesting previous structure, EMA. Round cycle level 91. Yeah. Yeah. I like that. And this one could potentially reach here. I mean, we'll have to watch structure because realistically, this is a huge level right here. Even like this could be used as support. Yeah, I definitely will be keeping an eye on the JPY pairs for sure. Let's see USD JPY. Yeah, this one looks bullish. Interesting. But the 4 hours bearish. So we'll have to see. Definitely want to keep an eye on these. GBP CAD is bullish, bearish, bullish, not interested. Euro GBP weekly is bearish. Daily is bearish. Euro GBP is going on the list. 4 hour is bullish. Okay. Want to see a break of structure here to potentially take the sell? Or continue to the upside to take the buy. So I'll be watching this one. Might not look for an entry this week. But I definitely want to keep my eye on this one. This one looks good. I like how we're slowing down, so we could be ready for a big push to the upside. Like, it does look like we're struggling to get through this bottom level, previous resistance. Previous support for the last big push to the upside. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, and if we break above this, I'll definitely be highly inclined to take the buys. GJ. I don't really like GJ. Doesn't look... I mean, the market structure looks good, honestly. Let's follow in this round cycle level. Previous structure. Oh my gosh, why am I yawning? Week daily time frame is bearish. Yeah, retest. Sell. I actually do like this GJ. That is a big daily bearish engulfing. I like. USD CHF, no thank you. CHF JVR. No thank you. EuroCAD. EuroCAD. Okay, hold on. I gotta go grab my charger. That basically sums up market breakdown. Thank you guys for making it to the end of the video. Let's have a good week.